Hello.
Hey Philip, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, great. Good to be
Is
talking
my
with you.
camera working? Is my camera working?
You're not up on the camera side. I'm seeing this discreet, gentlemanly glasses on the head. Oh, there we go. That's even better.
I put my glasses back on my head.
That's it. Park them there. That's the only way you make sure you don't lose them. I think that I need to get bespectacled because I'm trying to read signs nowadays, and I'm just realizing they ain't what they used to be with all this computer screen stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what did it with me as well.
Yeah, no, this high res.
My life looking at a computer screen.
Exactly. So tell me, good man, how do you feel about your investment and having come on board?
It's probably the best investment I've ever made.
I love to hear that. That's awesome. How's it gone? Tell me your story and your news, I suppose, in your own words.
What kind of story? I just, I guess, well, let me see, where should I start? Anyway, I was playing in cryptos before, I was playing in the market before, and not with great success. I mean, it was just something that I was doing, and I had read other people's instructions. I had done some commodities using Larry Williams, and never really made a great success until I found your material, and that kind of changed things for me about 180 degrees.
Oh, that's awesome. I love to hear that. I mean, and also you went through the whole process. Here's a guy, you've not met me physically. I mean, apart from seeing me maybe on the Skype call when you initially engaged, it's quite a leap of faith to send, a 4-digit number to a man on the other side of the planet. How did you feel about all of that? Were you thinking, am I going to get a return on this? Is this a good deal? Am I doing the right thing?
Oh, I thought about it, but then it didn't seem like it was much to me at the time, so it was worth it. And what was really worth it was putting the time into it and proving it out for myself and getting the returns. I mean, it's so, your course is so cheap.
Relative to the returns that you can attain, I say that you are accurate. It is very good value. Just out of, I suppose, for me, just out of interest, in a multiple sense, what have you been able to achieve? I mean, how long ago? For everyone else, because somebody else is going to watch this, and it's two guys having a conversation, and they're going to they're thinking I could be this guy, and they'll be thinking they might be you in a few weeks, months, maybe even years' time. How long ago since you came on board, in your own words? Do you remember roughly?
Oh, it's been about 5 months. It's not very long, and in that time, my portfolio has grown 234% in cryptos, and in my stock trading, it's up about 87%. That's what I figured out recently, like this morning.
Absolutely amazing. I'm going to repeat that again. 87% in the normal average world of stock. And how much would you attribute that to market, and how much to the specific opportunity? In other words, if you were hodling or just investing and holding, would you have got that? What percentage of that 87% would you have got? How much of it is down to HVF?
Maybe 10 or 11.
Okay. So the bulk of it...
That would have been luck. I mean, that would have just been luck. I was just buying on what I thought were good fundamentals, but the true data is in the charts.
Absolutely. And you're suddenly getting this multiplier effect, and that's what I love. And on your crypto, I mean, 200 and was it 237 you said?
234 as of this morning.
234, yeah. Who's counting? Because you will have gone up a little bit on the Bitcoin today as well. So you're probably close to 250 by now. I mean, that's 3.5 times. Now, some people will say, oh, but cryptos just go up. You just have to be in the game. You were in the cryptos before. What was your experience of being in the cryptos before? Because a lot of people chance into a bit of money by just being in and long, and then they hodl for a while, and because it's expanding they make some money. To someone who's thinking, he's made only that amount because he's in cryptos, how much would you attribute, and what was your experience before and after HVF method?
Well, I mean, before I was just buying Bitcoin and whatever looked good and hodled them, and really my returns were not that great except for in Bitcoin, maybe in Ethereum a little bit, but there's no way to there's no way to set targets anywhere else. And when you have a target and you can trust the process and trust the method, it takes you to places where you can't normally go, I would say.
That's awesome. And more importantly, I also talk about the qualitative aspect, because when people are trading and they are only responders and reactionary, in other words, when this happens, they then react. And as I say, it's often emotional. Do you not find it more relaxing for you that you can just set and forget? How's it changed just the feeling and the being in the trading?
Yeah, it's much more relaxing. I mean, there's much more. I wouldn't say there's certainty, but if you just rely on this system, you know where you're going, and you know when you've gotten there, and you know when to get out. So it's much easier. There's not a lot of emotional stress, but I'm not the kind of person that really feels a lot of emotional stress anyway. So.
Yeah, good. But in some senses, it's brought a kind of clarity, if I could paraphrase for you, and also a certain certainty. You have a level at which you accept you're wrong, where you're right. You have a level, most importantly, when you take money off the table.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. Yeah, there's definite advantages to having the plan, to having the process, and to working it. I mean, there's no other way to do this. I think now that I've found this, there's no other way. There's
no going back.
Yeah, there's no going back.
I did warn you. I'm taking you to a place that you'll never go back. Nothing else will look the same in the trading world. This is why I say the world rewards specialists. And once you're a brain surgeon, you don't go back to being a general practitioner. And in the exact same way, I mean, you've got narrowness but absolute depth of specialization, and you do one thing really, really well consistently. And I mean, it's awesome to hear. What would you say this is now on YouTube at some point, and some other guy? I mean, where in the States are you? If you can just remind me again.
Well, I'm in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Hot Springs, Arkansas. Now, I can honestly hand on heart say I've yet to go to Hot Springs, Arkansas. I've not met this man apart from online. What would you say to someone who's saying, hey, I'm thinking of engaging someone, but this looks expensive to me to come on board. Should I do it?
If you have the determination to make it work and to study it, yeah, you can do it, and the price is free. Virtually free.
Effectively, once you start getting that return, it is indeed. Yeah, that's awesome, Phil. How did you enjoy the BCC little move that we had? Were you in that to some degree?
Well, yeah, I was in that to a large degree, and it was great to see weeks before the pattern forming up and knowing that something was going to happen, but not quite when. But when you're ready and it's ready to go, and you get on the train, you're off.
That's it.
It was great, and got out at the right time. Left a little bit on. Felt, took it to the top and a little bit down, but got out just in time, and it's been good.
So let's just say, without getting into amounts, let's just talk percentage points. What percentage weight of your crypto portfolio did you weight up on that particular trade idea?
About 40%.
40%, and
it looked so good I had to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And you saw that we were all very excited about that one. And then roughly what dollar value were you getting in at, and what dollar value, or what X did you get out? Was it a 3X, a 4X, a 3.5?
Oh, I'd have to look back. I could tell you later.
Yeah, no, I mean, you don't have to be specific. Somewhere between there I would have expected. But I'm sure you were happy with the net result on your portfolio. Also, this morning on Bitcoin for $500 from 6.5, where you were part of that idea, I'm assuming, as well.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a handy little 10-15%, and it makes it clear for us where to align. No, that's awesome, Phil. I really, really appreciate you agreeing to come on and chat, and it's also helpful for other people that don't know, that are still out there, that were maybe where you were a little while back. You're doing them a service. You're saying, look, it's legit. It's unfortunate in this world, but there's actually websites now where people pay for testimonials. There's a place called Fiverr or whatever, and you can get anybody who will write something glowing for you who has no idea what he's even saying, and in an authentic world, we date timestamp all our charts, we do exactly what we say, and real people say real things about what they've been able to achieve. And I appreciate you for, I suppose, shining a bit of light and supporting the community and saying, hey, it's been really good for me. What is your view? I mean, are you exceptional, or what's your impression of, and this is a bit of a subjective question, but how do you think the rest of the guys are doing in the community as a result of being in it versus before it? What's your expectation?
The community is great. It's one of the best things about it. You know, I signed up for a year of the community just the other week when I was on vacation in New Orleans. So year of it, and that's cheap too. So community is the best thing, and I think everybody who's on there and participates does well. And there's no other people like it anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a stickler. I've always insisted I wanted to speak at least once to everyone before they came on, because I'm quite precious about what an awesome group of guys we've got. This is, you know, you get the YouTube's comment section on one extreme, and then you get how people are behaved towards each other. We've got really high quality people. It's the kind of money that requires people to have shown some success already in their lives. So it eliminates people that, you know, maybe are not yet manifesting and maybe a little bit more prone to be cranky, and everyone's just good to each other. And I want to thank you for being one of those guys that, as well, and being quite a stalwart in the community. It's awesome to have you on, and I'm delighted that we've got you for another year. And let's keep maxing out your crypto portfolio together. And thanks for coming on and just agreeing to have a word so that others could see your success.
Hey, I'd just like to say to anyone who is undecided about this, if you want to do it, it's there to be done. The first question I think you might remember that I asked you is, can I do this? You said it was up to me. It's up to me. I've done it, and it's been a great experience.
Excellent. That's amazing, Phil. Thank you very much.
Okay,
cheers, Francis. For now. Speak to you soon.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.